Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, speaking towards prophecy, man. Okay, because this is where we are. We're in the time of prophecy. All right, leaping off the pages, man. And it's at a level now where, it's undeniable. We're in the end. We're in the end of Esau's world, and ultimately the manifestation of the kingdom of heaven is upon us, man. Okay, we have three major end-time prophecies on the scene. Okay, three major end-time prophecies on the scene. All right, Jacob's trouble's right around the corner. All right, and that's going to be cohesive. All right, with the mandate, of the Charagma. All right, the MOTB, Revelations 13:16. All right, when that's mandated, all hell's gonna break loose, man. Okay, and ultimately you have, World War III, man, which is gonna be the end game. Okay, and this is what's speaking loud and clear, man. And you at the same time you got Jake, stuck in their old ways. You got, men, caught up in the illusion that, joining hand in hand, locking arms with Esau is gonna buy them more time, or some way, somehow, allow them to seek some type of comfort here. Listen, man, you're gonna lose with this dude. All you sellouts, okay, all you men that are, dragging your feet, you're gonna wait until it's red hot. You're gonna wait until the lights go out to start trying to do the work. Listen, man, hey, we there, man. All right, so you either get with it or you're gonna get left, because we there. Right now, there's no time to be dragging our feet, man. You see, we at the end. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is making it clear, man. You couldn't make it more clear than this. Okay, so through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, I got a few brief articles I want to get into. Lord willing, this would be a brief, straight to the point. Straight to the point lesson. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, let's start right here. Let's go to the book of, bear with me. Bear with me, Akiyam and Akwa. Just avoiding some manholes. Damn shame they got us paying excise taxes to drive on roads that need repair. This is madness. Let's go here. All right, let's go to the book Habakkuk. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, the second chapter. And let me see here. Let's go straight to the point. Right, Habakkuk 2:3, and it reads, for the vision, right? Vision, we're just talking to what? The prophecies, man. Okay? The oracles, man. Okay? The vision is yet for an appointed time. Okay, so there's an appointed time. These visions, these prophecies are going to come to pass, man. You see? And if you're a visionary, a seer, a servant of the Lord, a prophet, you're going to be able to measure that moment. Look, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, man. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is faithful and true, man. That's why. Right? Though it tarry, right, it may take a sec. Wait for it. Because it will surely come. It will not tarry, man. Okay, and none of these prophecies are tarrying, man. All right, they're moving along at a rapid rate. Because here it is. I got this article here. All right, this first one I got here, right? It is from Zero Hedge. It's dated March 30th, 2025. All right, the title reads, "If everything is going to be okay," right, which we know it's not, but anyways, why are the U.S. and the EU fervently preparing for World War III? Because this is what's on the table. This is what's coming. That's why they're feverishly preparing. Okay? Ultimately, they've been commanded by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to prepare. As a matter of fact, let's go, let me just go get that real quick. The book of Joel. See, and this is what you people are going to understand, man. All right? The prophecies reign supreme. The Bible reigns supreme. The Bible is undefeated. You see? This is the end all, be all. This is the authoritarian of the world. The Bible. Okay? The book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 9, and it reads, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles," man. And again, who's going to proclaim this? The servants, the prophets, being that they're the mouthpiece of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They come in the authority of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They're going to be speaking this. Okay? The true men he sent. You see, prepare war. And these Gentiles are talking to natural Gentiles, these heathen. You see? Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, man. Because this is the time we're in. Matter of fact, let me just jump here real quick. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven," man. Okay? I'm going to jump straight down to the point. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And we're clearly in the time of war. Okay? Hence the article I'm bringing up. Let's go back. Let's continue on here and go back to the article. Joel 3 and 9, and it reads from the top. "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Awake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up," man. And ultimately they're being gathered where? In the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, over there in the east. Okay? The world ignorantly calls the Middle East, it's Western Asia. Okay? This is where the war, the end all wars, is gonna take off, man. And ultimately it's gonna end with ICBMs, all right? Intercontinental ballistic missiles being shot from continent to continent, man. That's how it's gonna end. You see? And there's no avoiding it. There's no avoiding it. This is the reality of what's coming. You know? Hey, and the phone chimed in, man. Iran is ready to launch. You seen that? Iran is, listen, man. We here. We here, man. Kala Malali Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. We here. Let's go back. Let's get a little more of this article. We ain't gonna go too crazy. Alright? Let me just get this here. This first half. And we're gonna switch gears. We're not really switch gears, but just turn up the volume. Alright? In prophecy. Let's go. If there or back of the article, Zero Hedge, right? If there, and this is re-quotes, if there is going to be peace in the Middle East, why has the Pentagon sent 25% of our entire fleet of B-2 stealth bombers to the region? Because it's going to be war. Look, and if there is going to be peace in Europe, why is the European Union telling all their citizens to store up food and water for a war with Russia? We keep being told that everything is going to be okay, right? When they should say peace and safety, right? I'm gonna go get that. But meanwhile, Western officials continue to make moves that indicate that more war is coming, man. Right? Because that's exactly what's coming, man. Okay? Let's get this real quick. You got it. I'm going to start from the top. There's the book of 1 Thessalonians. All right. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1, and it reads, "But of the time and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why? For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night," man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given his elect, starting with the servants, the prophets, okay, trickling on down to you beloved men, women, and children that believe the report, the vision, the spirit, the eye salve, to understand and see what's coming down the pipeline, man. Okay, we understand it's not going to be all good in Ohio, man. And we're hastening the day because we understand that this is going to bring forth the kingdom. All right, this is a necessary evil, what have you. All right, in efforts for us to go home. All right, this is the Lord. This is how the Lord's going to cleanse this place, man. All right. We understand these things, man. We hope and pray to be saved up out of it, man. And we qualify to hope for that, being that we've been given the truth. Right, let's get this right here. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Right? For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, man. Okay, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right, because ultimately, hey, these missiles, no one can escape these missiles, man. It tells you that in Joel, the 2nd chapter, man. When these things are shot, hey, no one's gonna be able to escape these things, man. You see, it's like a Garden of Eden before them, and behind them, what? Hell, death, and destruction, man. Nothing's gonna survive, man, within the vicinity. You see that? And while all these tensions are happening with war, okay, we got to understand, and we do, that ultimately the charagma's got to come first, man. The charagma's got to come first. War is not going to come before that device being mandated. All right, the chronological prophecy here is that charagma coming first, man, before the missiles fly. You see? So it's not a coincidence that as you continue to glance into the news, you got this here. All right? Now I got this from there's a few articles that's going into it. I just got this through the spirit. All right, this is Fed Scoop, or Scoop, whatever. Fed Scoop. And it's dated March 25th. All right? And it reads, Trump order pushes federal government toward electronic payment methods, man. All right, he signed an executive order to push digital payments, man. Okay? What do you think that's going into? What do you think that means? This is talking to the charagma, man. Okay, the MOTB. Okay, this is where this thing is going. Revelations 13 and 16. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. At least you have the mark, man. All right, this is the reality that the world's coming to. Let's read a little bit in this. Look how they dress it up, right? Look at the federal government will shift from paper payments to electronic methods, man. Okay, what do you think that's going to consist of? Look, part of what the White House said in a Tuesday executive order is an attempt to cut costs and reduce fraud. That's how they're dressing this thing up. Okay, but in reality, okay, it's to bring forth this draconian system, man, that they've dreamed of, man, which is going to allow them to be able to control the masses, okay, on a level that you would never have imagined, man. Okay, and don't think you're gonna be able to escape this thing. All right, don't think you're gonna be able to escape this thing, man. Okay, listen, it tells you in Revelations 13 and 16. As a matter of fact, let's go get it. Bear with me. Bear with me. I got somebody crossing the street. When you go to now this dude was crossing the street with his dog. His dog was looking at me like he wanted to come with me. He was walking with some Edomite, man. These Edomites be doing some malicious things to these dogs too, man. That dog was looking at me like, damn, come get me, man. You know? Let's get this real quick. Let's go ahead. Let's go Revelations. I'm going to go straight to the point. Revelations 13 and 16, it reads, man. All right, this is what this executive order is talking to. That's pushing digital payments. Okay, they're beyond the credit card, man. Okay, and Bitcoin. And that has nothing to do with that. All right, it has everything to do with you having a device put inside your body, man. Hey, whether you believe it or not, watch when it happens. Revelations 13 and 16, it reads, and he caused it all. Who he? The global elite, man, the form of these Amalekites, these international banking families, man. All right, that rule the world at this current time. And he causeth all, both small and great, right, old and young, right, rich and poor, and free. Rich and poor, free and bond. Okay, so there's no escaping this, man. This is hitting all areas of the spectrum of society. All right, to receive a mark, man, in their hand or in their foreheads, man. All right, when you get this word mark, when you get this word mark, it goes into what? Charagma. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm gonna be real vague, you know, with this. Hey, we got breakdowns on this for you new listeners. They're out there. Every brother, all right, from the elders of Great Millstone down to the like-minded men that are, you know, truly, you know, doing the work of the Lord. We have lessons breakdowns going into this chapter, going into this understanding. You new listeners got to search them out and get intimate with your studying. But when you go here, but we'll make it plain upon tables. When you go to Revelations 13 and 16, and when you get this word, mark.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Right, charagma. It goes into what? It goes into a stamp, right? An imprinted mark, right? Because it has to go inside you. Look, a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Mashiach. There's more than one anti-Mashiach, okay? There's more than one. They always throw a curveball, you know, on blue letter. No, there's more than just one. All right. If you deny the Lord, all right, you deny Yahweh Shai. Hey, guess what? You're an anti-Mashiach. If you're coming up under a false doctrine, man, you know, unbeknownst to you, you're an anti-Mashiach. You see? This is the standing of the world. All right? The only true followers of the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, are those that are in the correct doctrine, that have been given the understanding, okay, and understand the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Let's continue on. Right, the mark branded upon horses, right? And when they brand horses in relation to this mark, it shows what? It shows ownership, right? It shows ownership. This is what they're going to do. You having this MOTB in you shows that what? You serve the system, the beast system. All right, you belong to Esau. All right, thing carved, see, sculpture, graven work, see, because it has to be put inside you. It has to go under the skin. It's subdermal. All right, sub meaning under, dermal meaning dermatology, skin. It goes under the skin. You see? Of idolatrous images, man. It's an idol. All right? Because understand, you're going to need this thing to what? We read it. Buy and sell. You see? So you're not going to be able to live without it. You know, it's going to become it's an idol. It's going to be an idol to these people, man. You know? And ultimately, it's going to be their final moments, man, before Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sends them missiles. You see? Because the repercussion of doing this, Jake, for you rebellious Jakes out there, all right, it's going to be what? You being melted down. Pursuant to Revelations 14. So you can play with the Lord if you want, but ultimately it's to your own demise. It's to your own demise. You can play with the Lord if you want, but it's gonna be to your own demise, man. You see? Hey, when you get the root word of this word charagma,
Strong's G 5482, charaks.
Charaks, man, which goes into what? Pale or stake, a palisade. Look at a palisade. Right now, when you look up a palisade fence, bear with me. This is what you get. All right, this is a palisade fence, right? You see the taper on top of it? That's what it means by palisade. It's tapered, okay? Kind of looks like a syringe, don't it? Because that's exactly what it's talking to. So when you take a look at this delivery system that's going to put this MOTB in you, it's tapered like a palisade fence, man. See the top of it? It has that taper. That's what it's talking to. Okay? That Karax is talking to what? The delivery system, man. And when you get a few more, it's pretty much the point on the word here. Pale or stake. See? A pale or stake. You see, it's going to be used to drive this device into you, man. Okay? And that's the reality, man. This is the reality. This is what's at the door. So you, Jake, better get it together and repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out here playing around, man. You're listening to the report, but you think it's Tyrian, man. Like Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter says, man. No, this thing's at the door. It's not going to get better, all right? The tensions over there in the east are not gonna subside. Okay? There's gonna be no peace. Okay, there's gonna be no peace, man. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna remove Esau via a violent overthrow, and have it in his mind the whole time that he's gonna win. He's gonna think he's gonna win the whole time, like Pharaoh thought. You see? But he's going to be losing every step of the way. And by the time the world realizes the shit that they're in, it's going to be too late for you, Jake. Okay? And the world's going to know. They're going to come to the conclusion. Let's close out right here. That prophets were among them. The book of Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. And it reads, and when this cometh to pass, and lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwedash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Shalom.